Joining me now is Lorraine Vina, Senior Fellow for the National Security Institute and former Chief of Staff and Senior Policy Advisor to Nikki Haley when she was the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations. I appreciate your time this morning. I want to start with Russia, and the president called Russia irresponsible, the invasion of Ukraine, an illegal war of conquest. And as Zelensky looked on, President Biden said, if we allow Ukraine to be carved up, is any nation secure? Did he meet the moment? Did he convince people, especially Congress right now, as they debate an additional $24 billion in aid, that the fight is worth it now and the U.S. needs to lead?
A year and a half into Russia's war on Ukraine, I think President Biden would have made a huge mistake in not mentioning Ukraine. He had to mention Ukraine. This is a global forum in which 193 member states, 145 world leaders are actually present. And this is really the biggest opportunity for President Biden to send that message to the global community. He has an opportunity here. President Zelensky has an opportunity here to garner support and commitments for security assistance for his country to defend against Russian aggression. He will be, as you mentioned, going down to Washington later to meet with President Biden, to meet with members of Congress. And so going to the world stage, requesting this funding, making these commitments is clearly a top priority for not only President Biden, but President Zelensky as well.
And notably, the nations that are not there, China and Russia, among the biggest world leaders, but also France and Britain not present. What can be accomplished and achieved without those nations there as part of what the president says is an inflection point in world history, and adversaries must become partners?
You know, that is a very good point. I think President Biden had the stage to himself. I mean, he is the only P5 member, permanent 5 member of the UN Security Council, world leader to actually show up to UNGA this week. And so he really sent a message. If you noticed in his speech, it was really targeted towards a global South audience here. And so I think he really needed to convey, some top priorities to the developing world, specifically on sustainable development goals, on global health, a number of other issues such as human rights and democracy as well. But when it really comes to Ukraine itself, this was a good opportunity as well to get countries that may be sitting on the fence, maybe more neutral, and sort of push them over into Ukraine's corner.
Yeah, he said that it is time to defend democracy. The U.S. has already contributed $76 billion in aid to Ukraine. Congress now being asked for another $24 billion. The president will be meeting with Zelensky during this U.S. visit. Lorraine Vina, I appreciate your time and your perspective. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.